Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1969 Seattle Pilots What If Scenario. Today's matchup is between the Seattle Pilots and the Baltimore Orioles at Memorial Stadium. On the mound for the Pilots today is Gene Brabender, whose record is 13-4 with a 3.05 ERA. And pitching for the Orioles today is Jim Palmer, whose record is 15-10 with a 3.11 ERA. All right, kiddos, there it is. Take a look at that. We are one game up on Minnesota. They're keeping pace with us. We have 2 games to go today and tomorrow. And if we win today, then it is over, right? Oh, no, it could be a tie, right? So if we win and Minnesota loses, then we win the American League West. We go to the playoffs, and we play the same team that we're playing today. So that is the good news. The bad news is if Minnesota remains on their torrid pace, they're 9-1 in their last 10. So if they win today and we lose, and then we're tied going into the final day of the year. Yesterday's game, we won 8-3, and I guess that's all that matters. But it was a real bummer of a game. I mean, I didn't enjoy playing it. Lou Piniella had a good game. He was the player of the game. He had a home run. And Jerry Stevenson pitched good enough to get the win. I mean, we can't ask for much more than that. Ron Locke, though, our reliever, has now given up runs in 3 consecutive relief appearances. So, I mean, there's some rough things going on with our team right now. But all in all, we still have first place by 1 game. And according to this, it is Jim Palmer today that will be making the start. You might remember yesterday, Jim Palmer was the pitcher scheduled to pitch. He was scratched at the last minute for Bill Dillman. And we got a little confused on that. And I had to kind of redo the title card and all that at the last minute to make it as accurate as possible. But it is supposed to be Jim Palmer today. He was back off of the IL just in time to face our best pitcher, Gene Brabender. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get today's game started. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and or subscribe to the channel. Oh, I almost forgot. I always do this the last minute. We have the 1970, come on, there it is, 1970 Skip Lockwood autograph photo we will be giving away tomorrow. In the 7th inning stretch, we have 1 new addition. That is DC, is what he's known by. And he's been watching and commenting on the videos for a while now. So we added DC to the list. Here is the Skip Lockwood 1970 autographed photo. And we will gladly give this away. If you want to get in on this contest, today is the last day. So in the comments below, just let me know you want to enter the contest and be a subscriber. That's all I ask. All right. So, Gene Brabender on the mound. Wow, I love this. The Orioles lineup is batting .071 against Gene Brabender in 64 plate appearances. So that's not nothing. All the bullpen is available today, which is also good. Let's take a look at our lineup. We haven't varied it at all with the. We have one problem today, though, which is Rich Rollins is listed as tired, but I think we have to go with all of our top players. My big concern about Rich Rollins is him costing us defensively at third base. That is the only thing that I am concerned about. But we have to take that chance. Oh, it is a different pitcher. It's Jim Hardin. Jim Hardin is the pitcher. He's a righty, and he is pitching today. So it looks like the Orioles are trying to get their rotation ready for the playoffs, so that makes total sense. And I guess that is to our advantage, right? Wow, I will have to adjust. I'm sure that if you are watching this video, I've already adjusted the title card to Jim Hardin. Okay, I don't know anything about Jim Hardin. We'll take a look at. I know who he is, but we'll take a look at him here momentarily. So things are definitely tilting in our favor in a way that I'm not totally comfortable with, but, we're going to go with the flow. Batting leadoff, playing center field for the Pilots, is Tommie, AGEE. Batting second in right field is Mike HEGAN. Batting third in left field is Lou Piniella. Batting cleanup, playing first base, is Deron Johnson. Batting fifth at third base is Rich Rollins. Batting sixth at second base is Van Kelly. Batting seventh and catching is Jerry McNERTNEY. Batting eighth at shortstop is Freddie PATEK. And batting ninth is the pitcher, Gene Brabender. Okay, what's Jim Hardin got going? Okay, this is his first start of the season. Odd, because he started 35 games in 1968 for the Orioles, and he went 18-13, and he couldn't make the team this year. So he's 0-1, and the only game he pitched one inning, and he took the loss. There's not a lot of information to go on. In the minor leagues this year, he was 8-4 with a 2.69 ERA. His endurance is super low, so he could probably only go about 5 innings. This is not that much different than Bill Dillman's rating and situation yesterday. His fastball tops out at 90 miles an hour. He's got a slow curve rated at 88 and a hard curve rated at 82. Overall at 81. Shouldn't this be a fast curve? If it's a slow curve, should it be a hard curve or a fast curve? Or if it's a hard curve, should it be a soft curve? I don't know. It doesn't really make sense. He's 26 years old. He's a righty. He goes to arbitration at the end of next year. I don't think there's anything more we can glean from Jim Hardin, but I like the fact that he's not Jim Palmer. Okay, here we go. Take a look at the defense. They have a different shortstop in there today. It is Mickey McGUIRE, rated a 61 and a 69 at the most important position in the field. Of course, left field is Willie STARGELL. Not so great. Everywhere else, they're pretty damn good. All right, here we go. Tommie AGEE leading off versus Jim Hardin. And he strikes out swinging on that hard curve. One down. Next up is Mike HEGAN. HEGAN has a 1-1 count and a ground ball to McGUIRE for out number 2. 2 quickies for Jim Hardin here in the first, and Lou Piniella, yesterday's hero, at the plate. Ground ball to third, and there's a 1-2-3 inning. To start the ballgame, we go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at the Orioles lineup rundown for today's ballgame. Batting leadoff, playing center field, is Mack Jones. Batting second in right field is Dave May. Batting third in left field is Willie STARGELL. Batting cleanup and catching is Elrod Hendricks. Batting fifth, playing third base, is Ron Santo. Batting sixth at second base is Davey Johnson. Batting seventh at first base is Brooks Robinson. Batting eighth is the shortstop, Mickey McGUIRE. And batting ninth is the pitcher, Jim Hardin. Okay, Gene Brabender on the mound. We saw that he has a good history against the Orioles. I like seeing that. He is making his 28th start, 13-4, a 3.05 ERA, 136 strikeouts and 183 innings pitched. That leads the team. Opponents are batting .195 against him. That walk to strikeout ratio has been killing him down the stretch. We've definitely passed, I think, what his innings pitched in the majors limitation might be. Whatever the game feels like it is, because the walk total, the negative effect, has kind of kicked in for Brabender since the All-Star game, really. 3 complete games, 3 shutouts. Fastball tops out at 87 miles an hour. He doesn't even have one, actually. Ground ball percentage is right around 50%. He's got the slider. He's got the sinker. Those are 2 good pitches. Overall, in 82, the 28-year-old righty is arbitration eligible at the end of the season. looking at his log, he gave us 5 innings. I believe we sent him back out there for the sixth inning against Minnesota, and that's when things got a little out of control for him. We ended up taking the loss in that ball game. And you can see his ERAs, since the All-Star game, got as low as 271, and it's been on the climb ever since that victory against the Senators. So definitely trending in the wrong direction. A 3.05 ERA is pretty good, in the top 10, which we'll see when we do the league leaders and standing video at the end of the year. Take a look at our defense. It's the best we can offer under the circumstances. We got McNERTNEY behind the plate. His caught stealing percentage is 42% now. So he's getting the job done behind the plate, as he has all year. This is it, Mac Jones leading off against Gene Brabender, and he rips it down the right field line. That might be a triple. No, it's going to be a double for Jones. That is a bad sign. His 18th double total. He's played on 3 different teams this year. Montreal, Chicago, and now Baltimore. Runner in scoring position, Dave May at the plate, 0 for 3 in his career versus Brabender, and Brabender walks him. Oh boy. All we can do is really hope that Minnesota loses today. Somehow Washington finds a way to win. Here's Willie Stargell. Stargell strikes out looking. That was an iffy call. It looked like ball 4. And it was in the strike zone according to the pitch tracks. So Brabender gets the most likely MVP for the season. Willie Stargell. There's one down. Let's try to get a double play with the catcher at the plate. Full count to Elrod Hendricks, and he strikes out Hendricks. So Brabender 1 pitch away from getting out of the first inning jam. A lot of speed on the base path as well. I'm surprised he didn't. I don't think I've ever seen a computer do a double steal. And maybe out there someone has. 2-2 count to Santo, and he pops it up. Please don't be an error. All right, caught by Deron Johnson, and we get out of that jam, go to the top of the second inning. That's a good sign for us, I think. Deron Johnson leading off the second, followed by Rollins and Kelly. Rollins striking out. His average down to 281. Oh, I'm sorry. Johnson striking out, average of 279. And Rollins at the plate. Full count to Rollins. And he strikes out. So Hardin looking really good in his first start. Yesterday, it was like that with Bill Dillman, or Pickle Bill, as I might want to call him. It just took a while for us to get to him. So if we can be patient as Hardin making his first start, the game's probably going to give him a lot of leeway. And we'll just have to accept that until that pitch count gets up there. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Here's Davey Johnson leading off, no relation to Deron Johnson. And another walk. So the leadoff man has been on both times. That is a truly bad sign for Brabender. The fact that he got out of it once, that might be luck, but if the game does that in consecutive innings, multiple innings, then we are definitely in trouble here sooner than later. A ground ball to second, that could be 2. Johnson does not have good speed. Neither does Brooksy, and it is a 4-6-3 double play. Great job by Brabender. He does throw ground balls 50% of the time. Here's Mickey McGUIRE with a ground ball to second, and that will do it. Game's moving along. Remember, we did not have a hit yesterday until the 5th inning, and we still ended up winning. So let's keep that in mind. As McNERTNEY strikes out, PATEK flies out to center field, and the pitcher, Brabender, batting .073 on the year, Sharply hit ground ball to third, but Brooks Robinson will toss him out. I'm sorry, that's Ron Santo tossing him out. We go to the bottom of the third inning with Hardin leading off. First at bat of the year for Jim Hardin. Yeah, on a 3-2 count, if Brabender had walked the pitcher, I think I would have ripped my laptop in half. I would have been so freaking pissed. But this walk-to-strikeout ratio, that is a problem. And I'm going to use that against him in negotiations. That's what I'll do. All right, Mac Jones. We're back to the lefties that are top-heavy in this lineup. And a base hit for Jones. He had a double and now a single. And then he's thrown out at second base. Mike HEGAN comes up firing as Jones was trying to go for another double. He got greedy. And HEGAN cuts him down. 2 down. And Dave May fly ball to right on the 0-2 count. We go to the top of the fourth inning. Pirates looking for their first hit, and it's the top of the lineup with Tommie AGEE. We have yet to reach base at all. Gosh, dang it. Hardin's got 5 strikeouts. This cannot last, right? Make it 6. 1-0 count to PINIELLA. Holy cow, we are getting crushed by Jim Hardin. Bottom of the fourth inning. It's a real pitcher's duel so far as Willie STARGELL steps in. STARGELL 0 for 7 with 3 strikeouts against Brabender. 1-1 count to STARGELL. And a line drive to center. Frozen rope. AGEE had to backtrack to get it, but he makes the catch. 1 down for Elrod Hendricks and another walk. Third walk issued by Brabender. I mean, it's all about the whip. We know how that works. That's why Brabender's opponent's batting average is under 200. He's walked so many damn batters to compensate for that. And then the catcher steals second base. This is where the game is fucking lame. His first stolen base of the year, conveniently in game 161. Yeah, I mean, so you know he's going to score, and there's nothing we can do about it right now. Brabender, walk strikeout combination, and Davey Johnson. There's a part of me, I mean, Johnson's batting .223. There's a part of me that would intentionally walk Davey Johnson to get to Robinson. Because I think Robinson is the worst hitter of the two, even though he's in the Hall of Fame. Davey Johnson is not. And there we go, it's 1-0. I mean, there was nothing we could do about that. And he gets a double. Maybe on the throw home or something. I don't know. This game blows. It really does. 34 doubles for Davey Johnson. There was nothing that we could do that was going to make a difference. Yeah. I mean, what have I played, like, I don't know, 5 seasons, 6 seasons now, so, it's 1,200 games plus. Like, so we know the patterns. It doesn't mean we won't win, but we have yet to get a hit in consecutive games, and it's the 5th inning. So Jim Hardin is pitching a perfect game here in the 5th inning. I mean, that would be something, though. If we're going to lose, I'd love to lose at a perfect game. That would be a real accomplishment. I think I've only seen, I told you before, I've only thrown 1 no-hitter, and I've only had 1 no-hitter thrown against me in the millions of games that I've played. Fuck. I mean, come on. You just walk a number 8 hitter? This game is just terrible. All right, one down. McGUIRE, 76 speed. I mean, why not steal? There's another frickin' walk. All right. This is tough. I mean, we have the history. 0 for 8 with 3 strikeouts, but Brabender's at 100 pitches. This has to be his last batter one way or another. And if it is winning the game more important than getting a pitcher through 5? Because we have, we can bring in a lefty. Brabender's due up. That's the key. That's what we need him to get through this inning so we could pinch hit for him next inning and we don't just waste a pitcher out of the pen. I know we have all of our September call-ups available, but there's a majority of them that are not good enough to, pitch in a critical game. So our best option is to let Gene Brabender pitch to Willie STARGELL regardless of the outcome. Here we go. First and second, 2 down, and he walks it. I mean, the same is to be said for Elrod Hendricks. Full count. Line drive to short. PATEK wraps it up. So that'll do it for Brabender. A truly terrible performance. I mean, yes, he only gave up 3 hits, but he walked 6. I mean, I don't know how the game justifies its existence. Brabender walks 6, and meanwhile, Jim Hardin is pitching a perfect game, 7 strikeout performance, a guy who has not pitched all year. Good. Fuck Jim Hardin. All right. Pepitone. Now, Freddie PATEK has 94 speed, but he is just horrible. He's 12 for 28. He was 8 for 8 coming over from Pittsburgh, and then he's 12 for 28 since coming over here. Of course, we need that run. What's the percentage? 73%. We have to go for it. I mean, he throws nothing but junk balls. He's got a slow curve and a hard curve. I think we got to try it. Here we go. Yeah. So we've lost this game. And then Joe Pepitone ties it up just like that. Okay, and then this is what the game does. It's going to make up for it all in one inning. Tommie AGEE doubles. That's 16 doubles. Can HEGAN drive him in? A pass ball. This game is so horrible. And now Hardin's lost it. Now, this is the guy you want up there. He's the best pure hitter on the team, Lou Piniella. First and third, 2 down, 0-1 count. Caught at the wall. There's no way that I can even enjoy this if we win. Let's bring in a pitcher here. Well, I guess Brabender's off the hook for the loss. That makes me feel good. We got all righties coming up. It is the 6th inning. And I think we're going to go right to Diego Segui. I could go to Brubaker. Yeah, I mean, it's not like he's been flawless. He's only slowly been creeping his ERA down. We got to go with Diego Segui. And really, also, credit Brabender for getting through those lefties. Because now it's all righties until we get to the top of the lineup. And then we know we'll bring in Ron Locke. Here we go. Diego Segui into the ballgame facing Ron Santo. Game is tied. And, yep, let's get it going. Let's just get it done. Yep. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. So we just got to do it. Not a double play. Okay, now we got a bunch of lefties coming up. So we're going right to Ron Locke. And yes, I said he's pitched pretty bad. I guess it's just the last 2 games, or 3 out of 4. But he's still our best lefty. First and third, 2 down. Dalrymple pinch hitting. 1-2 count. Pulled into the hole at second. Van Kelly does make the play. Okay, they have a replacement pitcher coming in out of the bullpen. It's Pete Richard. And he is making 3.38 ERA. Not a good walk and strikeout ratio. 33 Ks and 42 2/3. Wow, opponents are batting 174 against him. Let's look at his splits. Actually, righties don't hit him at all. That makes sense. He's coming in against all of our righties. All right, well, here we go. Deron Johnson leading off. One down. Here's Rich Rollins. Oh, there we go. He pulls it into left field for a base hit. Good job by him. We're going to take out Kelly and bring in Gary Sutherland, something I said I wouldn't do. But, I mean, the game is intentionally sinking his average at this point to try to get him under 300. So he's been on a free fall, but I wanted to get to him to 100 games. I just felt like I was just kind of waiting for my opportunity. He's batting 213, but you can see he was batting 319 in the last 20 games, and it's dropped all the way to 301. So I don't actually expect him to get a hit today or in this position. But he does bat 339 this year versus lefties. That's why he's in there. A wild pitch. So we've had a wild pitch and a pass ball. We have not had a balk yet. 1-0 count. Now it's 1-2. Yeah, there's no way that they were going to let that happen. Now maybe McNERTNEY might, because he has the second most RBIs on the team. He has been clutch. Yep. Will Rollins score on that, though? Yes, he does, and the Pilots take the lead. That was also, total bullshit because of the pass ball, or the wild pitch. They got Rollins to second in the first place. So much like what happened against us there in the fourth, I mean, the game manufactured it. It's not random or based on ratings. It's what the game chooses to have accomplished in order to get to whatever the final score. That's why this game sucks, in a nutshell. You boil it down, and that's why this game is probably the worst baseball game on the market right now. And then it gives you the third out, which is great because we do get to keep Ron Locke in the ball game as he has these 4 lefties coming up. We know he struggled. We do have Sutherland at second. I will pull out Rollins at third to bring in Kessinger, who's better defensively than Rollins. He's 4 points better. But also, you know what? We should also take out Johnson and move HEGAN to first. And Wayne Comer will come in to play right field. Okay, so we've improved the corners. Second base has been diminished. Right field is a little bit lower as well. But these are not bad things, necessarily. Okay, here we go. I mean, what does it matter? The game's going to decide whatever it wants, right? So here we go. I got to make decisions that I can live with, right? Regardless of the outcome. Here's Mac Jones leading off, striking out. That's right. That screwball by Locke, that is his money pitch this year. Dave May with one down, 0-2 count. Off the end of the bat. Fly ball deep. Oh, right at the wall. Good catch there by AGEE. Take a little sip of coffee here. Two down. Here's Willie STARGELL. This is a big at bat here for Ron Locke. Full count. I'm okay with that. I would rather pitch to Hendricks than the MVP. But now a 2-run home run gives him the lead, so that's maybe the one drawback. With the line. STARGELL should never be able to score from first in any situation, but this game will take advantage of any situation you allow it to. Hendricks strikes out, it doesn't matter. We go to the top of the 8th inning. We're going to take out Ron Locke, who did his gerb. And we're going to bring in Bill Robinson to pinch hit against Pete Reichert, coming up for a second inning. Here we go. I don't think there's going to be any more runs scored today. I mean, this might be the final score. Yeah. HEGAN, we're going to leave in there. Yep. All right. Bottom of the 8th, we need a new pitcher coming in. And it's going to be Skippy Lockwood. I mean, the good thing about Skippy is, yes, he's still pitching well, but compared to our other relievers, he's only thrown 65 in the third innings. What does his game log here say? Yeah, I mean, even his ERA in the last 20 games is lower than his ERA currently. So he's still getting the job done. He's given up 3 runs in the last 20 games. That's exactly what we need to hear. There we go. All right. Ron Santo, please don't let us lose this on an error or a pass ball or a balk. Ron Santo leading off. Base hit to right. Here we go. Playing straight away. I mean, double play depth. Oh, we lost. That's it. Right there. Skip Lockwood comes in and gives up a hit and a walk. That's it. It's the game over right there. All you can do is push a button. The game offers you no other options. Oh, they're going to pinch hit. Al Bunbury, he's got to be a rookie in this game. He is. They're putting a 22-year-old in there. Al Bunbury didn't play in the majors until 1973. So he's still 4 years away from getting a starting job. We have to take out Lockwood and bring in a lefty. It's going to be a Riddleberger. All the lefties are coming up anyway. Yeah, lefties are batting 186 against Riddleberger. If we're going to lose, we're going to lose doing it our way. And Brumby does not have a hit versus a lefty this year. 2-2 count. He strikes out. Good. Dick Hall coming into the ballgame. He's their closer, not a closing situation. Came over from Philadelphia. That's why he's in the Philly card. And in fact, he was out of baseball in 1969. Still getting the job done here. He's got 16 saves, 7 blueys. His fastball's his best pitch. It's only tops out at 88. Ground ball pitcher. Overall rated in 81, the 39-year-old righty. Oh, he signed for another year after this, so he'll be around. Okay, Lou Piniella, Comer, and Kessinger. That does not make me feel good about scoring an extra run here. Dick Hall throws that curveball. Popped up to first. There's one down. Here's Wayne Comer. 1-2 count. Ground ball to second. What would be great, what would be optimal, is if we could win this ball game, and that does clinch the division with Minnesota losing, perhaps. And then tomorrow I can play the starters and then take them out of the ball game mid-game. I love doing that. It's just, it's just a fun way to sort of celebrate the season like they do in real life. Kessinger walks. That's weird. And then Gary Sutherland. Oh, this will get his average under 300. So this is out. Yeah. There we go. Well, I was able to make that happen for the game. That was good. He had to get under 300. There's no way a guy with a 68 rating that has had as many at-bats as he's had this year should ever bat above 300. And you can see here that he's just, as I mentioned, fallen completely off the table, despite leading our team in doubles in that small amount of at-bats. Now here's where things get a little bit confusing, right? Because we have lefty on the mound facing lefties, and our closer's a right-hander. I think we send Riddleberger back out there and give him a shot to wrap this baby up. He's not a closer, but man, that's the right thing to do. You don't just bring in a right-hander to get a save. Logically. Here we go. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. Is he going to steal second base? We have a left-hander on the mound. That'll drop the percentage points a little bit. Okay, he saws off Dave May. PATEK making the catch. We're going to guard the lines here with Willie Stargell up. Jones would absolutely score on a double. 0-2 count to Stargell. And he strikes him out. That is some major cojones right there from Riddleberger. If he can get Elrod Hendricks at 194 versus lefties, that would be great. If he walks him, we bring in Marshall. We got to guard the lines. Oop, there we go. Elrod Hendricks. Oh, is he stealing? No, a comebacker to Riddleberger. And the Pilots win the ball game 2-1. Handshakes, butt slaps, sloppy steaks. Did we win the division? Here we go. No, we did not. Oh, yes, we did. Oh my gosh. Minnesota loses, and the Seattle Pilots, as an expansion team, have won the American League West. Hell yes. That was an ordeal. I can't believe we made it. That is amazing. I'm very shocked. I'm also, that should never have happened. I mean, let's be honest. Look at our run differential, right? Even based on today's game, our Pythagorean says we should have went 80 and 81 based on our run differential. So we are now 11 games up. 11 games better than our run differential. We won the division, and yet we gave up more runs than we scored. Right? I mean, like, in what universe does that make sense? It doesn't. None of it makes any sense. But nonetheless, it did happen. So congrats to us and to me and to all of you that watched us clinch in the, 4+ years of Tiger simming. I've only made the playoff one time. So it is an accomplishment. Houston also wins their division. There's nothing to play for tomorrow. So that'll be fun. I will be able to work in all the backups. And so it's going to be Seattle versus Baltimore. I wonder who they're going to pitch tomorrow. We are definitely not pitching Marty Patton tomorrow. We're going to throw in some schlub. And hopefully no injuries will occur. So there we go. 2-1 victory. Let's take a look at the headline news. Brainiac Baseball Daily Beat. I hit it. There we go. God, don't crash on me now. Oh, there we go. Little comment there from Freddie. New York's Gowl hurls a 3-0 shutout. So a lot of the teams are going with schlubs down the stretch here. Seattle wins the American League West. Read all about it. Gene Brabender struck out 6 batters. He also walked 6. Only gave up 3 hits. And we'll have him in line to start the series versus Baltimore. Brooks Robinson did nothing. Okay. Transactions. Oh, Jim Hardin. He must have kicked the wall after that because he broke his foot. And he is done for the season and not the playoffs, though. I guess he could come back if they choose to use him. And also Wally Bunker. Not a bad year for the terrible Kansas City Royals, the other expansion team. He went 16-14 for them, so struck out 155, only walked 84 and 269 2/3 innings. That's pretty damn good. That's better than any of our pitchers did. All right, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. What a nice way to wrap up the division in a 2-1 game in which, man, the way things were going with Jim Hardin, it looked like we had no shot. But we made all the right calls. Denny Riddleberger gets his first save. Ron Locke gets his 5th victory of the year. Joe Pepitone hit that pinch hit home run. And that got us to tie. And then McNERTNEY got the base hit. We're going to give McNERTNEY the player of the game. Not only did he knock in the run, but they gave us the win for the division. But this guy has just been amazing all year long. He's got 70 RBI. He's played in 133 games. His caught stealing percentage is 41%, and the guy is rated a 66. That's unbelievable. Where would we be without Jerry McNERTNEY? I mean, probably not even close. So he deserves it. Thank you, Joe Pepitone, for tying the ball game up. Pete Reichert will take the loss. He is 5-4 on the season. And that'll do it. We've clinched the division. We will come back later today and play a Tigers game, and then we'll wrap up the regular season tomorrow, and we'll take a look at what the playoffs have to offer. So thanks for watching, guys. Until then, everyone, have a great day.